That's probably not gonna hit where I want it to either. And I still only have like 300 meters per second of delta V left. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be probably a little bit easier to actually get the barge landing done, or I don't know, go for this island over there. Oh, this is totally fine. Overburned again. Yeah, I should stop worrying about not burning enough. Just stopping in mid-air would be fine, really. Anyway. So this time we have 300 meters per second almost. Should be... That's 2.3 seconds of actual burn. We should be pretty damn fine. We're fine. We jumped. That's not what I want. That's kind of what frickin' SpaceX did a lot. You know, usually the frickin' SAS lock to retrograde does not stay on after a certain amount of you know, this was 100% the retrograde lock turning me over mid-air. Well, it shouldn't. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not too bad, actually. So theoretically, this could land fine. Thing is, and I'm just gonna do this real quick. Wrong thing. Get this off. If we have like next to no fuel in this, can this even stand on the things? Like, let's say next to no fuel is about that. We're never gonna have that much actually in there, because that's still 900 meters per second, but I want to actually see whether that's gonna stand. Just to see whether we can even land this on these legs. Yeah, this kind of rests on its engine bells right now and not on the... Like, that's not standing on the legs. So we have a little problem here. We need either more legs. So more like something like... this. And another one over on this end of the spectrum. That's good. Why is there another... Huh? Where did that come from? I didn't put that there. What? Okay, weird fucking... Oh, you're being stupid about symmetry. That's what's going on. I only want 4. Thank you. Something like this. Let's see if that stands. Because if we've got landing legs we can't stand on, then that's not gonna ever land. I think I need to freaking get my engines into the rocket a little bit. Because they seem to be a little bit far down. So... offset these like that. The middle one, no, thank you. Is that about right? No. A little bit more. Okay. Now try that. Okay! Those landing legs are not at all made for that. And that's a little bit of a problem. Can't really do anything about that, can I? I mean, It's not like I can attach anything to these to make them less stupid. It's not like I can strut them to make them sturdier. It's just not something that does anything. Kinda sad that we don't have any bigger landing gear. Or smaller engines that I could use on the orange tanks to make something like this. Like, unfortunately, when it comes to landing legs, we only have the micro strut, this thing, and the ones we're using. We're really missing a really big landing leg. I mean, we've got XL landing gear. Like, that's totally fine for that size. Why can't we have landing legs of that size? Dear KSP programmers, designers, and everything. I want huge landing legs. All I need. Well, so much for stock recreation of that. All I can think of is take even more of these landing legs. Just plaster this with these. Yeah, it definitely is a very heavy lifter stage. It's just, if I had any freaking way to make a Falcon 9 replica in a less oversized fashion, I would. It's just that that's not actually a thing that I can do. Kerbal joint reinforcement might help, yeah. Kerbal joint reinforcement at least would help for the wobbling of the interstage here. Let's see, you're kinda level. Let's see if more is better. Then again, I want this to be a stock replica. Oh, that works. Okay, just take more and we're fine. Now just tell me that I can actually, if I do this, have them up without them. Okay, they don't interact with each other. That's good. Really quickly. Really quickly, just let me try to start this and land this. Okay. Not on the launch pad. So much is sure. Definitely not gonna be able to land this on the launch pad. Let's do something else. Revert to launch. Let's try if I can land it next to the launch pad. For that, really quickly, oops, that was the wrong thing. Let me activate infinite fuel. And got the brakes out. Yeah. The gear still breaks. Yep. So, what I have with this is an essential replica of a Falcon 9 that just can't land back at KSC because it lacks the proper landing gear. So I guess I'm gonna look for a little mod that actually gives me huge landing gear for the next KSP stream, and I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna have to do one little thing. Well, there's no way to deactivate the frickin' suspension on the legs, unfortunately. 1.1 pre-release. Somehow that's not a thing anymore. Suspension on the legs is not a thing anymore. At least not something you can control. So yeah, with that part being kinda not something I can do right now, and me not really having any idea about how to do the barge for the barge landing, well, let's just do the barge then, I guess. Let's do that. Just changing the title of the stream real quick. And let's have a look at how we're gonna do that.